Yeah.
We're all slaves to the grind, Elnaaz. I
Yes.
feel like that way about myself too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
very
not
good.
everybody. Yeah, exactly. It's not very good, but also not everybody's like that, because a lot of people like to relax. And if you're the kind who like to grind, if we're the kind who like to grind,
Nice.
it's all right.
All right, my lucky day. The lovely Elnaaz Norouzi is here. What's up? I'm so happy to see
Hey,
you.
good to be back.
You
It's
and
been
me
a
are
while.
zodiac sign partners. We're both Cancerian. I can never forget that. How are
Yes,
you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very good. The reason Elnaaz is here, you should go to the Elnaaz Norouzi YouTube channel and you will see a track called HawaR HawaR, which you will instantly recognize because Hassan Jahangir back in the day did HawaR HawaR. Lots of Indian artists have also done covers of it, but this is the original Farsi version, isn't it,
Yes,
Elnaaz? I leave you to
yes.
explain how
Yes.
important it is in terms of a folk and culture perspective.
Yes, it's well, HawaR HawaR is actually a original Farsi song sung by Kurosh Yagmai many years back, even before Hassan Jahangir took it and made it into HawaR HawaR. And I felt like nobody really knew that, and I really wanted to speak about that and bring that out there. And now I feel like slowly people are getting a little information about it and understanding, okay, that's where it actually came for. That's where actually HawaR HawaR came for, because it's actually HawaR HawaR, right? And then I wanted to make it a mix of Farsi and Hindi to bring these two cultures together. So that's how it happened.
And if you see the video, you'll see her in an amusement park of sorts, doing all kinds of activities, taking the roller coaster, going from stall to stall. So where was this?
That was in Germany. That was actually in an amusement park in Germany where I used to go to as a child with my
Sweet.
parents. Yeah.
Was this Legoland by any chance?
No,
What was it
no,
called?
it's called Heide Park.
Wow. And
Yeah.
where is it?
It's in Soltau. It's in the north of Germany.
Wow.
Yes.
So there must have been some great memories of you
It's
having fun
great.
as a child.
And I love that place. It's so colorful. It's so much fun. I'd never been on one of the roller coasters because I hate going on roller coasters. But I was like, video ke liye, you have to.
Yeah, me
So I
too.
did
I get a kind of churning in the stomach when
Yeah,
I go on those
yeah,
roller coasters.
yeah, yeah. I can't do that.
But you managed to do it.
Yes,
It's
I
all
did
for the
it.
video.
It's all for the video. I'm telling you, the things we do.
And you've also gone and done a bunch of other fun stuff, stall to stall. Do you remember as a kid what you most loved in that park?
So, since I'm a little bit of a, like, I get scared very easily, like, I like going on rides, but only if they're, like, not too crazy. So I would go on rides. I remember going on these rides that are, like, easy peasy, it's fun, but you're not, like, you're not going to throw up, So I remember all of those, and I enjoyed all of that. Mostly, let me tell you one thing. I just enjoy eating at these amusement parks. So I had a lot of fun eating different things. Like, I eat everything at this stall, then I want that one, then I want that one as well, then I want ice cream. So that's mainly what I have fun with, personally.
What would you say is the coup de resistance as far as the food you had there?
The what resistance?
The coup de resistance, which is the most amazing.
Oh,
Like I would easily say when I go to Germany, it's sauerkraut and sausages.
yeah.
Yeah. So what would it be for
So,
you?
like, I would, definitely. I love schnitzel.
Yeah.
I love currywurst. And I mean, Germans don't have much as such if you look at it, but schnitzel and currywurst is my favorite.
Lovely. And was this a day-long shoot? Because I know that you also co-direct your videos.
Yeah.
And that's the way it has been with La La Love.
Yes.
Stuff that you've done
Yeah.
before. Mm-hmm. So was it a morning to evening kind of shoot,
Yes.
or did you spend a couple of days there?
We went very early. I didn't think that we would need 2 days for this, though sometimes it was getting really challenging because, like, you have to do a ride a couple of times because you didn't get the shot or whatever, But we went very early in the morning, and since it was in Germany and it was summertime, the sun goes down really late, so we had a whole long day of shooting this. I was exhausted by the end, but it was fun. I was just looking at doing something fun for this music video. And colorful, and I managed it, I guess.
And I love the outfit. It's so colorful, it's vibrant.
Yeah.
And you do largely your own styling, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, sometimes mostly yes, unless it's for an event or whatever, then my lovely stylists are there. But I like to put things together myself. As you see on my lift looks mostly, I try to like,
I love your lift looks.
thank you. Yeah, I try and put the outfits together myself. Sometimes I do a good job, sometimes it's just casual, whatever. But yeah, I love doing all of this on my own.
But going to Germany and hanging out there and doing a shoot and working on stuff, does it also give you some family time? Are you able to catch up with friends, family?
It's a very interesting question because obviously when I go to Germany, I want to see all my family, my friends who I've not seen in a long time. But also, Hrishi, that's the problem nowadays. I cannot take too many days off anymore.
Wow.
I feel like beach mein, I have to do some work. Otherwise, I feel like, nee, this is too much of holiday, cut it, But when I get to do work in between, then I'm like, chalo, theek hai, okay. So, yeah, then I'm good. Then I'm like, chalo, then I can extend one more day and see family. But otherwise, if I just have to go and do holidays, I've become such a big workaholic, I cannot.
That's amazing. So you're saying that even if somebody were to say, go take a 10-day spa holiday, by day 2 or 3, you'd start feeling itchy.
Day
I've
2.
got to go.
Day 2. Day 2 if I push it. Yeah.
We're all slaves to the grind, Elnaaz.
Yes.
I feel like that way about myself too.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
very
not
good.
everybody. Yeah, exactly. It's not very good, but also not everybody's like that. Because a lot of people like to relax. And if you're the kind who like to grind,
Nice.
it's all right.
But tell me about the lyric of it. When you translate it into Hindi and Urdu, it's very simple. It's HawaR HawaR, which is the wind,
Yeah.
you know.
But
What does HawaR HawaR
HawaR
mean?
HawaR is actually screaming out loud. It's like, hey, HawaR HawaR, like, listen to me, Like, my beloved is coming. I have missed her all this while. So in Farsi, you don't need to really change much because if you say it, it could be for a guy or for a girl. So in Hindi, I had to obviously sing it from a girl's point of view, right?
Yeah.
And obviously the lyrics are not the exact same translation, but we tried to kind of keep it close to the same feel, love and lovers.
And I like the way that you've kept that whole Mediterranean Arabic feel to the song.
Yes, yes.
The idea is obviously to make it a little more dance poppy because you want people to play it in the clubs and things like that.
Yeah.
But you've retained the original feel, which is kind of homage to the original composer. Is he very famous?
HawaR is very famous, and if you see, a lot of his songs have been sampled, even in the West. Even with I think Kanye West has one song where he sampled something from He's got amazing songs, and he's very famous in Iran. Unfortunately, he's passed away now, but yeah, his songs are great.
Lovely.
Yes.
It's wonderful. So, guys, go to all your favorite streaming services, give it a listen.
Yay.
Also, please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, Elnaaz's YouTube channel. Give it a lot of watches, and just
we need those views.
virality of those hits. I have so much love for you that when I know that you're part of a project, I instinctly go to wherever I'm going, or when somebody's visiting, I ask for you. So when the interviews for Ranneeti, Balakot and Beyond happened, I got a call from the platform, and they said, look here, we have a logistical problem, and Jimmy and Lara and Ashish can't come all the way to Parel. Is it okay if you just bring all your recording gear and come to Juhu also, because Lara spends a lot of time now between Dubai and India. I said, who's going to be there? They say, the cast will be there. The cast will be there. And I go there and I ask for you, and I said, where's Elnaaz? I thought she's part of the cast. And they go, oh, everybody's looking at each other.
I wasn't in town. I was not in town at all during the promotions.
Oh, it's such a shame. But anyway, I'm glad we're getting
I was
to
in
talk about it
LA.
now.
I remember I was in LA, unfortunately. But I'm here now.
Yeah, so I'm glad we're getting to talk about it. So I actually, quite enjoyed the series because A, it's espionage. B, it's a problem that you grow up with, the India-Pakistan problem. And, till very recently, what happened in Balakot is pretty disturbing. And also Jimmy and Ashish and Lara had lots of things to say about everything.
Yeah.
I like that you're playing. It's a raw agent, isn't that what she is? I like that you're playing a raw agent. I like that it's a very prestigious project, and
Yeah.
the director Ashish Singh, I believe, has done lots of work in television. You know, it's pretty
Santosh
Singh. I beg your
Yes,
pardon.
that's right.
So talk to me about the project. How did it come to you? You obviously had to work very hard to pull off the stunt aspect. Let's talk about Ranneeti. Yeah, guys, it's on. Pardon me. It's on Geo Cinema.
Yes.
The app. It's only 29 rupees a month.
That's
So
insane,
that's
right? I love
insane.
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
get the Geo Cinema app and see Ranneeti, Balakot, and beyond. Yeah.
Yes. So I remember Santosh Singh so wanted to work with me since many, many years back. Actually, he wanted me to do another series with him, which didn't work out. I think we had some date issues. And then when he was doing Ranneeti, he came to me and he was like, "This is the role," and I read it and I was like, "Wow, this is awesome! Like you get to play an undercover agent, which is great. You know, lots of range again. As an actor, you get to play someone." And then at the end, you become somebody else, or you show that you are somebody else, right? Which I think is great. And yeah, and then I auditioned for it, and he liked the audition, and the producers liked it too. And I became a part of it, and I loved working with him. I loved being part of Raneti. It's a very good series, honestly. I realized when we were shooting it, I realized how much work has gone into really researching about this as well, right? Because you want to make sure that you're true to the story that has actually happened, right?
It's very sensitive. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because when you make movies and you're like cinematic liberty and whatever, ye chalega. But when you're making something which is based on a true story and something that's so sensitive, as you rightly said, you want to make sure everything is correct, right? So it was beautiful. I loved working on it, and I wish we could do another season. I mean, if they do another one, I'm dead. I won't be part of it. But it was a pleasure. It was such a pleasure to be part of that.
Well, I've seen some videos on Instagram where you've been kickboxing and stuff like that, furiously at it. So I know
Yeah.
your fitness levels, but just in terms of prep for the role, did you have to up the ante, or was it just enough to do your regular stuff?
Yeah, I think that what they really liked was the fact that I was doing mixed martial arts. So I was able to do all those crazy things I had to do, and I was doing all my stunts myself, be it the jumping, be it the running and sliding down and falling on my bum and, all of those things. So that really helped. Doing the kickboxing and everything that I was doing before really helped, and I did do more of it just before shoot, just so I'm prepped well. But yeah, good
Well,
stuff.
more ups to you, and I hope there's lots more OTT work coming
Yes.
as far as that is concerned. Well, back to the music. Whoa, the song. It has a very sensual lyric.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, but I
It
guess the
does.
song needed that, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and this, I believe, is a collaborator who's you've collaborated with for a while now. Is his name what Al? Is he Kevin?
DJL.
DJL.
DJL,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
He's from
DJL.
LA.
He's from
He's
LA.
from LA,
So
yeah.
talk about that collaboration, and Woe is him, right? I mean,
Yeah, he also produced WOAH. Yes,
yeah,
he did.
and La La Love.
And no, La La
No.
Love he didn't produce. He produced WOAH. He produced Jamalu for me, and he produced HawaR HawaR for me.
HawaR HawaR for you.
Yes, yes. He's great. He is also an Iranian, but he is in LA, and he's a great producer, DJ, Las Vegas residency. Like he's great. He's on top of his game. And yeah, I love working with him because he understands my vision. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, but I need something here. This is missing. There's one beat. I don't know what we can put in there. And then we sit, we jam, we understand, and then he gets it. And I feel like that's why also obviously Jamalu also had a lot of different versions, right? But my version really killed it in the US.
Yeah.
Like I saw the numbers on Spotify and I was like, whoa, this is all coming from the US and it's playing everywhere. So I was like, okay, so whatever we're doing a good job.
It's
Let's
working.
continue.
So for the writing of it, you've also co-written it in terms of lyrics and things like that. What do you envision Woe to be? I mean, what does the song represent? And how did you go about writing it?
So WOAH was mainly, my writer was from Atlanta, JC. He is, you know how in Atlanta and then US, New York side and everyone, that's how they talk, right? So that's why the lyrics came out like that, because that's their vibe. But I also really love that stuff. So that's why I was like, oh, it works, and it works for the US audience. Probably not much very for the Indian audience. Maybe there are some people who will like it, but I was really looking at the US and the German market for WOAH. Definitely.
Nice. Now let's do a little bit of a rewind to originally it was Jamal Kudu
Yeah.
in the movie Animal. Bobby Deol dancing to it really became viral. They started calling him Lord Bobby.
Yeah.
And indeed, it's a song that you've lived with since you were a kid, because it has Iranian influence. And you took Jamal Kudu and you made it Jamal Jamalu.
Because it is Jamalu.
Because originally it is
Yes.
Jamal Jamalu. Wow.
Yes.
So I stand corrected. It is originally Jamal Jamalu.
Yes.
The movie folk made it Jamal Kudu.
Jamal Kudu. Yes.
So
Correct.
so talk to me about that. Talk to me about going back to the original, going back to the roots.
Yeah.
And you said DJ Al is also from the same region. I mean,
Yes.
Is he
Yes.
Iranian? Is
Yes,
he
he
Persian?
is. He's Iranian.
So he would get it too, right?
Yes, 100%. So the thing is, when Jamal Kudu became such a big hit here, and everybody kept talking to me about, oh, this is Farsi, right? Blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's a Farsi song, and it's a folk song, basically. And they've taken it, and it turned out beautifully the way they did it.
What does it mean?
So basically, it means, hey, my dark-skinned lover, like my tall, dark-skinned lover, don't hurt me, don't go away, all these things, Actually, I didn't end up making a music video for it, but the video that you see on my channel has the lyrics and the translation. I just wanted to make sure that everybody can understand what is being said, So whoever wants can go and check that out. But yeah, it's a cute folk song, man. Children used to sing that in school,
Cool, yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me do my version of this. Since I'm the only Iranian here in Bollywood, I gotta show them what it. And I wanted to make sure that I call it Jamal Jamalu and not Jamal Kudu, because that's the original name, right?
That's wonderful. And I'm so glad you're doing this. I'm so glad that you are staying true to your roots. You're bringing us, facets of Iranian culture. You've sung in Farsi. Because, there's this girl who I was speaking to. She's a documentary filmmaker. And she had a screening of her documentary in the NCPA. And she went to Iran and she filmed some of her favorite filmmakers. And she was talking to me about how rich Iranian cinema is. It's so full of pathos and love and irony. And she said it was a difficult job because she went there during the period of unrest, but she managed to get everybody there. And the directors were so forthcoming. I think they found it very fascinating that a girl from India would go all the way to Iran to film Iranian filmmakers.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a culture which is so deep rooted in cinema and music and things like that. And you come from there, and it's wonderful for us to get little facets of that.
Yeah, I really try. Shri, I do that especially because right now, as you all know, it's really tough for any Iranian to come out of Iran, right? For us to find any talent or to understand what is going on there because of the sanctions, because the government doesn't want you to know, the government doesn't allow any actor to grow and come outside of the country and show what they're actually able to, or even if it's about music, if it's about sports, it's all very inside of Iran, unfortunately. So wherever I can, I try to bring a little bit of that flavor and try and, like how I did with HawaR HawaR, or how I tried with Jamalu, or even now, I always say, my heart is Hindustani. It is, always been. But at the end of the day, I'm Iranian, and I want to bring that together into what I do here, And it's always great to learn about other cultures and know more. I would love to learn about other cultures, so when I can, I try to teach a little bit about Iranian culture.
That's lovely. Now the logical question, when are you making a video for Jamalu, when are you making a video for WOAH?
Do we
Both of
really
them.
need
I
videos?
think so. I think so. I mean, it always.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can just let it simmer there and slowly burn there, and one fine day you want to resurrect it, you make a video.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe whoa would
This
need
time make
one.
a lot of money so that you can make a, I don't know, because it's a folk song, maybe do a sci-fi kind of
Oh
video. Be
wow.
just the opposite of what the song is, you know?
These
Something like that.
ideas.
Elnaaz from another planet.
Elnaaz is a robot
From
from
the
another.
future.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
things like that. I don't know.
yeah.
If you put two opposites together, it just somehow
Cool idea.
succeeds. It works.
Yeah.
Okay, so La La Love.
La la love.
I love the desert where you filmed it. Was it
Yeah,
somewhere in
Dubai.
in Dubai?
In Dubai.
Wow.
We shot it in Dubai. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm a car nut. I've just spent 2 days in Chennai on the Mahindra racetrack because they were releasing two electric cars, and I
Wow.
was just driving them around. The car is so beautiful, the one you have in the video.
Yeah.
It's
It's
one
a
of those,
Cadillac.
yeah,
right?
one of
I
those
remember,
retro
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Cadillacs.
Love that.
So who sourced that for you? Do you have a production
Yeah,
designer? Or a
yeah. With
friend?
my production, the whole team, the line producer over there. I told them what I'm envisioning, what I want, and they went and got it. I was
Yeah,
like, yay.
fantastic. So talk about that. I mean, that couldn't be easy to do.
No.
Even if it's Dubai, you take a crew, drive a little bit into the desert.
Yeah.
You know, get your Cadillac right, get
Yeah.
the choreography right, get the outfit changes
Very
going
tough, yeah.
right. You know, and then you have a handsome male model there in
Yeah.
there too. So, yeah, talk to me about the filming of La
See,
La Love.
it was my very first music video. It was the first thing that I produced, first thing that I directed, and it was just so much. So many things kept going wrong. COVID was still a little around. We were in the desert. It was hot. We had only one day of shoot. So many people on set. You know, I just wanted everything to go right on my first ever music video, first ever production. You know, direction, whatever. So it was tough. It was a really, really tough one. And I think that's where I really understood how producers feel. Because I was like, anything that would happen, people would come to me. And usually they don't do that, right? Because I'm the actor. I don't want. But now I'm like, oh, shit. I'm the producer
Yeah,
also. I have to
yeah.
take care of this. What do I do? You know? And here I am dancing in this, acting in this, singing in this, producing it, directing it. You know, like it's just, you don't realize how much work there is.
Yeah,
But I loved it. La La Love is going to be always very, very special for me. It's the first song I ever sang. You know, sometimes you sing multiple songs and then you release another one as your first song. But this was actually the first song I sang, and this was the first song I released. So very special, and I love the music video.
It's obviously a love song. What else could La La Love be? But talk to me about that. I mean, when you write or co-write with somebody, do you necessarily have to put yourself in situations, let your imagination think
Yeah.
for you as a writer,
Yeah.
or you know, just somebody gives you a line and you work on it? I don't know.
No, so it's interesting you're asking that because right now I was working on my EP in the US with Brian Kennedy, who has done songs like Disturbia for Rihanna
Wow.
or Forever for Chris Brown.
Have you finished work on the EP? or
Yes, we finished
Is it
now.
a 3-song one or 5
It's
song?
four songs for now.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yes.
And how many English and how many Farsi?
It's all English.
Wow.
It's all English. I did that with Brian Kennedy. He's awesome.
And when are you releasing this?
In the new year. In the new year.
Can't wait to have you back for
Yes.
that. That'll be fantastic.
Yes, I love those songs. And for those, I made sure that they're all literally about my life. So we would sit on each song, we produced it from scratch, we composed it together, I was writing the lyrics. Each song has definitely something to do with my life. And
Because I mean, look at your journey. It's pretty incredible. I mean, you're you know, from where you are, the countries you've lived in. You know, Sacred Games happens to you. A lot of people look at you and say, "Oh my God, she's too exotic for Hindi movies." You still work your way hard through it. Then you get into a music career. I think there's so much in there for you to write about. You know, as
Yeah.
opposed to a lot of people who have, pardon my saying so, but quote unquote, very staid, normal lives.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, I mean, honestly, there is so much more to my life that I have never spoken about. I've been thinking about honestly coming out with it and speaking about it because I feel like nobody really knows everything I've been through and how that helped me reach where I am now. So I'm actually considering doing something with that. But yeah, Yeah, it's been a
But
long journey.
these songs are a
These
step in
songs,
that direction.
yes,
So
yes,
they're
100%.
they're personal songs. They're stuff you've drawn from what's happened to your
Yes,
life and done it.
yes, yes.
So wow. So was this like a month in studio, 10 days in studio? I
Yeah,
don't know.
we
Yeah,
were in the studio for 2-3 weeks. Yeah, in LA.
that's amazing.
This May we finished it, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see
Well,
what's
I can't
happening.
wait. Are you going to go independent on this one? Are you going to have a record label on it, or you don't know as yet?
I am, so that's the problem with the record labels. There are a couple we're in talks with, but then they want everything from you. So
They do. They want their pound of flesh.
yes, so I'm still considering. I mean, I don't mind building my music career slowly by myself, because it's hard when you're an actor and then a music label comes. They want everything from your acting side as well, and you're like, I cannot, because there are so many other people involved. You know.
There's so many other people
So
involved.
maybe I build myself as a singer a little bit more, so that I can also decide what I want.
Also, I've noticed with a
You
lot
know?
of labels, and we're not taking any names here.
Yeah.
They expect you to spend in any case.
Yeah.
So you spend on the video,
Yeah.
you spend on the stuff, and they're only going to distribute it for you
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
So they're actually
Yeah.
a distribution channel.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
That's what they are.
So I feel like nowadays with so many options that you have to do it yourself, if you market it correctly, if you have a little bit of marketing budget, you can maybe do it on your own as well.
I loved a small clip I saw of you performing at the T10 in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
There's nothing that gets Indians going like cricket, and I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you were part of something that cricket. Was that fun to do? Yeah.
Yes, I was last year. I was at every T10. I was in Zimbabwe. We were in Miami and Abu Dhabi.
Very Jasmine from Aladdin.
Yeah, yeah. And
veil
I'm
and things
performing
like
there
that.
again next week.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
That's
the
lovely.
T10 in Abu Dhabi is happening next week, so I'll be closing again.
All those cricketers buzzing around you like butterflies.
Yeah, I mean, I love cricket. I have learned to love cricket. I used to not understand anything of it when I came to India. Now I'm like, I watch and I'm glued and I'm like, yes, what's happening next? So I've become a cricket fan myself.
So do you travel with a choreographer, or do you have a choreographer that you
Yes.
source? You do? Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes. I
That's
have my
amazing.
whole team make the whole choreography, the outfits, plan everything. It's a whole down.
Because some of these are stadium performances, some of
Yeah.
them are just platform performances.
Yeah.
So the stage is radically different. You know, you got to
Yes.
measure what the scale of it, and then.
Oh my
perform
God, the fact
accordingly.
that you know this and you bring it up, yes, thank you. At least somebody understands. Sometimes we reach and the stage is tiny, and I'm like, the whole choreography is for like a whole huge stage, and you're giving me the stage, and I gotta work with this. In Miami, I had to perform on the grass.
Wow.
Yes, and that's really
So what
tough.
did you do? Kick your stilettos off and just go barefeet?
No,
Yeah?
I did it with. I did it with.
I admire you.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, job's got to be done.
Yeah,
That's the way it is.
that's correct.
So yeah, so that routine is nice, and I like the fact that then you have your own songs that you can perform to.
Yes.
Because ultimately, then you end up paying royalty, or somebody ends up paying
yeah.
royalty.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of, look here, if you're going to dance and you have this creative spark of being a singer and you've found your right producer, just build your own catalog of songs.
Exactly. Yeah.
'Cause now-
that's the plan.
Now with this, whatever, EP coming out, you'll have 8, 10 songs that you can just go and perform to. That'll be lovely. Yeah.
Very exciting.
So what else is happening? Does the girl in the city find time for love? Or is she still single?
Nah, always. I think I'm gonna die single. I think
Oh,
that's
don't
gonna.
say that.
I'm telling
That's
you,
morbid.
there's nothing here. There's nothing around.
We've got to
I'm
find you
upset.
we've got to find you some nice boys.
Yes,
Introduce
please.
you to them so that they can take care
Yes.
of you.
Let me know if you find someone nice.
But that's great. And anything that you can tell us about what you're filming for? I know that they're all watertight clauses, and they make you sign on all these things and things like that. But is it going to be music related, or is it going to be acting related?
So I have 2 Bollywood movies that I'm starting in the coming
Nice.
year. I have just finished shooting a Hollywood movie that is coming probably also next year. I have an Amazon series coming next year. I have a lot of music coming next year. So there's a lot
next year's
happening.
a big one for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tehran 2 is also come and gone, right?
Tehran is coming on.
No,
Tehran
2.
3.
3 is not going to come.
3
Yeah.
is was in the pipeline for a long time. I'm not in it though, unfortunately.
So anyway, guys, you can watch Tehran 1 and 2. They're on Apple TV,
Apple
right?
TV Plus,
Apple TV Plus, and she's just told you next year is going to be a bumper
yeah.
Elnaaz year.
Yes,
I
hopefully.
loved having you over. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
All the
darling.
best. All the
Thank you.
best.
94.3 Radio 1.